Gotti with my man K. Blake. Fuck you, Gotti.
Machiavelli, rest in peace. Irv Gotti. Too much Bacardi in his body. Motherfucking 12K shotty.
Drama King exclusive.
Shall be the lost begotten seed of Tupac to lead us in the streams and the ways of the man. Follow me. Keep my mess fest, it's Pac's fest. Come get me. If you motherfuckers want shady, if Pac was still here now, he would never ride with ya. Nah. You ain't no killer, you a pussy. That ecstasy done got you all emotional and mushy. Bitches wearing rags and photos. Jai's words being quoted in the store, stealing pot shit like he just wrote it. You live miles, pray to God, hoping no one's listening. See 50 coming for me. Oh my God, my position, no one will pay attention to me. Please, Gotti, here I go. Give me this pill. Ecstasy done got me feeling so invincible. Now all of a sudden I'm a fucking madman who screams like I'm Pac, but I'm not. Enemies, Hennessy, acting like I'm great, but I'm fake. I'm crazy. Sweat drip, get me off this trip. Someone stop this train. Some say my brain is all corrupted. Fuck from this shit. I'm stuck. I'm addicted to these drugs. I'ma quit saying motherfuckers' names before somebody fucks me up. Ain't no pussies over here, partner. See you in jail, fucker. Come get me.
Don't forget, DJ K Stores. May 20th. The Street Sweeper Volume 1.
It's aftermath here now. Shady Records got it locked. La. To the centuries is packed with promise makers. Never realized the precious time that bitch niggas is wasted. Institutionalized my bitches, bring me product by the bundles. Hustle hard from a sale. G-Unit motherfucker. We ballin'. Catch me count cheese and when I'm calling, please set my call. See you let me sip on Hennessy.
Drama King.
Hell, I done been to jail. I ain't scared. Mama checking in my bedroom. I ain't there. I got a head with no screws in it. Motherfuckers thinking they can stop 50. They losing it. Little nigga named Jai think he lie like me. Talking about he left the hospital, took now like me. You living fantasies, nigga. I'm checking deposit. When your little sweet ass gon' come out of the closet. Now you wondering why DMX blow them out. Next time grown folks talking, bitch, close your mouth. Peep me, I take this world shit deeply. Done seen too many real niggas ball. I let these bitch niggas beat me. Using motherfucking punk, or you'll see me with gloves. Quit scaring them fucking kids with your ugly ass mouth. And you can tell them niggas you roll with whatever you want. But you and I know what's going on. Nigga, payback, I know your bitch ass from way back. When it's me strapped with Max, no, I don't play that. All these old rappers trying to advance. It's all over now, take it like a man. Herb looking like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick. Trying to play a hit on my shit. Made a fat dick. Loving this shit, this how you made me. Feeling like I got you niggas crazy.
DJ K Space.
We'll leave it at that.
Exclusive. Shit I ever wrote. Against all odds, up in the studio, getting blown.
One of the better. Let's.
For a second, as we introduce it, one of the better diss records of all time. If you're not into hip hop, you're not into hip hop. But you know, I was thinking about this one today.
Shit that he ain't capable of. Now let me off this cocksucker. Watch me handle you, nigga. If I recall, Violator used to manage you, nigga. Then took a closer look and realized you was an imposter. There's never been a violator on a Murder Inc. roster. Dumbass. Now who shoot? Made you look. You said boss singing the same old hook. You stupid. If y'all shooting, I take a look at your man. The bitch shot herself in front of Def Jam. Shut up, ball ass nigga. Start adjusting your plan. You let the streets down, nigga.
All right, well, that's cool. Anyway, what's up, everybody?
Shut this off. Live once again Tuesday, Money Tank episode whatever, a whole bunch. But no one's listening according to certain people. No one listens and no one cares. I care. I care enough to do this, and I know there's a few of you out there who do as well. And if you're listening and you're following, you're also doing it well, Karma's a bitch, You put negative energy out there, you get negative in return, and you're doing the right thing and staying on top of things, good things happen to you. Good day yesterday. Free plays did well throughout. Early plays I sent out, I think we started 4-0 or 5-0. We ended up, I don't know, 6-3 or I don't know, something to that effect. Client plays went 1-1 in hockey, but we did hit a parlay, which I don't often give out, but good spot for it. Paid basically 3-1, so we cashed in that. Baseball, rolling, absolutely rolling. I mean, even for me, I'm surprised how it's going. I mean, first 2 days we started 2-8 back in the spring, and since then, about 65, 70 plays, we're at 70%. Show me someone else hitting 70% through that many plays, and I'd be glad to get on them. What is that, Cash Bets? I can't look at it right now, but let me know what it is. If it's a song, I'll play it at the end. So, rolling right along. Gave out a free play today at plus 145 in baseball with Miami. That was one of the only games that actually went final here, as a lot of the games got rained out. I think Minnesota got through the 5-minute mark. We had Washington; they were up, but got rained out in the fourth, so we didn't get far enough on that one. As far as tonight, we got a few rolling along. Let's see, 4 o'clock game's about to start, I think, right? Warm up. What can I give away here? Baltimore, too juicy at 6 o'clock. I won't mess around with that, giving that one out. I'll give you, let's see, Arizona's a little juicy, too. That's a client play. It's pretty juicy now. Oakland's not a bad play. Arrieta on the hill, not pitching very well this year. And Sonny Gray on the other side with Oakland also pitching. So pretty good pitching matchup. Oh, good one. Good one, Cash Bets. Yeah, that's a good song. So anyway, got that going on. Got a little bit of hockey to get into. We got a 5-unit play that I'm going to give out today, and we'll get to that. Actually, we'll give it out. We'll give it out now. Take the over, right? The over's 8.5, right? It's a little juicy, but it's a guaranteed winner. The over/under on how many stupid comments on Twitter, on my tweets, will there be from Nugs tonight? Over/under set at 8.5. Hammer it 5 units. You can get it in all books because he is the most popular person in the world. So, there's lines for that stuff. So check it out on there. But seriously, there is a big play that I'm going to give out for hockey. It's for tomorrow, okay? And I'm going to give it out today on the show because you got to get on it early. And when we get into the hockey talk, I will give that out, okay? One stat as a precursor to the play, one stat I'll give you. 20-0. 20-0, okay? That's one of the reasons why we are betting this play. In this particular spot, the team is 20-0, all right? And that's over years and years and years. We've been playing it all year. Been playing it for a while now, and this is the first time I'm going to give it out for free. But 20-0, and also they've scored 3 or more goals in every one of those games, in all 20 games. So we'll get into that as we roll right along. Over in baseball, anything coming up tonight, you got San Fran, KC, 2 teams that, I'm a little hesitant on, especially San Fran. We had one of the San Francisco beat writers on the show a few weeks ago. We talked about it. I worry about big starting pitchers regardless, who it is, when they get big contracts, right? So you got Johnny Cueto coming off of, somewhat of a shoulder issue last year. Then he went to the American League, and it didn't go well for him late in the season with Kansas City. He gets paid, all right? So are you going to get max effort out of him in San Fran this year? Same thing with Samaja, coming off a terrible season, but he gets paid. I'd be wary with them. They got a lot of good, it's an even year. San Fran always wins on the even year. They got a lot of good guys. They got a playoff-built team, but regular season-wise, I don't know. They got a lot of guys that can do one thing well. A lot of good utility guys, but to play those utility guys 162 games is a little tough. Buster Posey's going to get extra work all up and down the season there. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes with San Fran. We'll get into a few others after. But back to baseball. As far as plays tonight, I would definitely go with take a shot with, I should say, Oakland. They're plus money. The Dodgers, I'll tell you, the Dodgers, everyone, sort of hating on the Dodgers. The starting pitching not looking great after Kershaw, but the kid from Tokyo over there, or Japan, wherever the hell he's from, that's coming over to be the number 2 starter, he's looked real good this spring, got good stuff. After that, though, pitching depth is an issue. However, offensively, they should be set. They have the best farm system in the league. I think the total wins are up over 90, though. It's a tough number. New coach, Roberts comes in to replace Mattingly. Much bigger deal there, much more motivation, much more upbeat clubhouse. Should help them in the mid-months of the season. Other than that, tonight, I think we're good. Over to college basketball, where some say, it's a degenerate play to play some of these games, but, it's your call. Do what you want. I don't send any out as client plays other than, a certain team. We'll just put it that way. But regardless, I think, picking a side might be tough. I think the totals are what they are. I mean, I think it's easy to find totals and do well with the totals, regardless of what time of year it is. You get, 2 fast-paced teams, you get 2 slow-paced teams, whatever. We did well with totals yesterday, and hopefully we can do it again today. BYU and Valpo, and as always, this time of year we're going to get some help from our buddy Jordan here, who does all these write-ups for college basketball as we get into some of these games. The first one being BYU and Valpo, total at 147.5. It's a pick -2 towards Valpo anyway. It opened at a pick. Valpo up to 2.5, 2. You look at a Valpo team, very good defense, obviously. BYU wants to go up and down, averaging 84 points a game for BYU. Valpo is used to that in the conference that they played in. They played a lot of teams like that, in the regular season that wanted to get up and down. Oakland, Wisconsin, Green Bay, a whole bunch of them. Who else averaged a ton of points in that conference? Detroit. Detroit was a big up-and-down, fast-paced team. And, they did well getting them to commit to playing in the half court. And I think you see a lot of that again today. And I think our buddy Jordan here talks about that in his write-up. Valpo has, fair share of experience with with teams that like to push transition. Like I said, with all the length of Valpo can throw at you 1 through 5. Their ability to control the glass, should be good. Someone was hurt. One of their key defenders, Collingsworth, who is over the flu, but he lost like 12 pounds. He'll be back for this game, but how healthy he'll be, I'm not sure. BYU has played 3 teams that had matchup problems with them as far as length. BYU, a fairly big team. The 3 teams they've played most recently haven't had size. Valpo has the size to match up with them. What else? Talk about, Valpo has been sped up by the faster Horizon teams this year. Green Bay, like we talked about in the semifinals of the tournament. But, he's basically saying all the same things that I am here. BYU's defense is designed to keep you away from the rim. In fact, no team has allowed a lower field goal rate at the rim than BYU. Imagine that. And Valpo is a top 50 offense in that regard, meaning points at the rim. But when you can force the bigs to defend in ball screens, and that's exactly what they bring, you're going to create a lot of mismatches. Short line is here as I read through that a little bit, but I was confused myself with what I was reading because I was sort of just glossing over it. Bottom line is, to get back to it, Valpo has a lot of experience with a team like BYU and had a lot of success. I think Valpo probably wins this game. You look at another trend, Valpo in non-conference games, when they're playing teams that don't know them quite as well, obviously, as conference guys do. First half under. The under in the first half, 11-1 this year. Pretty impressive number there. So, something to maybe look at as it's set at 68.5.